I'm from the 90s. I moved into that neighborhood, and there was a bar called the Radio Cafe right in the middle of it, and the sound man also sold pot, and so he knew everybody, and he was the one that knew that all the singers lived so close to each other, and he's how we all knew we were neighbors. And he would have these parties, they call them guitar pulls. They go back to the 50s, where there's only one guitar in a room full of songwriters, and everybody plays their new song, and everybody sits quietly through it. It's a lot of fun. You hear songs. You get to be the first person to hear songs by amazing people. And well, we all loved him. And he got famous in our neighborhood for going to all the music clubs at night. There was only 4 of them. And he would go to all of them, and he would come in and he'd burst the door open and he'd yell, "Play a fucking Train song." And it became a tradition in our neighborhood, not just to play the song for him, but to stop the song you're playing and play a Train song for this guy. He's this big old hippie looking guy, you know, biker looking, leather jacket, and the tourists, Nashville's got a lot of tourists, and they didn't know what to make of this guy, and they thought he must be a record executive or something. But when he died, he had been traveling with me for a while because he knew he was sick, and he wasn't afraid of it. He always said he saved dying for last because he knew it would be best. I always said funny shit like that. And then, man, I was going to take him with me on a trip, and he wasn't picking up that phone. I went over there to see if he was okay, and he was not. Well, I don't know that he wasn't okay, but he wasn't alive. And he was laying on his sofa, and I called the police right away. And they came in, 2 of them, and they saw a big duffel bag on the floor that was completely full of pot. Can you imagine how much that is? A lot. And I had not seen it, or I would have called them about 15 minutes later than I did. And I'd still probably have some of that. But I didn't, you know, they looked at it and they looked at me and they asked what it was. And I thought for sure they knew, but I said pot, you know. And then almost in anger, he said, "What's he do with this?" And I said, "He sells it. He's a drug dealer. He sells it to kids, I bet. Get him." He learned his lesson that time, though. Never did it again. And I remember, it was almost less than a day after he had gone, I made up a Train song for him. Smoking on black Cadillac, engine winding down. Park it up on the sidewalk, like he owned the whole downtown. I'd hear him talking to some chick through a thick ghost of smoke, through a thicker haze of southern comfort and cold. He'd say, "Girl, you are hotter than the hinges, hanging off the gates of hell. Don't be afraid to turn to me, babe, if he don't treat you well." And by he meant me, so I laughed and I shook his head. He laughed a little bit louder as he would yell up at that band to play a Train song. Pour me one more round, make him leave my boots on the day they lay me down. I'm a runaway locomotive, I'm out of my one-track mind. I'm looking for any kind of trouble I can find. I got this old black leather jacket, I got this pack of Marlboro Reds, stash here in my pocket, these thoughts in my own head. the right to run until I've got to walk, until I have got to crawl. I got this moment that I'm in right now and nothing else at all. I play a train song, pour me one more round, making me my boots on the day they lay me down. I'm a runaway locomotive, I'm out of my one-trick mind. Television blizzard light, looking around his place, we found him cold there on the sofa, a little smile across his face. And though I've tried with all my sadness, you know that I've still never weep for a man who looked to me like he died laughing in his sleep, singing a train song. Been drinking one last round, made him leave his boots on the day they laid him down. It was a runaway, a locomotive, out of his one-trick mind. Play a train song, play a train song, play a train song.